Hello, welcome to Sunset Studios. Today we are going to make this cute gnome holding a heart, again as part of our Valentine's series. Though of course, if you did not want this to be for Valentine's Day, you can just decorate your hat differently. You can paint it a solid color, you could do stripes, you could do dots. You don't have to do hearts. So anything can be adjusted. And he can be not holding anything. He can just have his big beard. And here's another one that I did just to show you another gnome. This could be Valentine's because it has hearts, but it doesn't have to be. So that's just an example of how you can make gnomes look different. And of course, they always come out different than the one I'm copying every time I do a new one. Okay, we're going to start with this is a nice big oval shaped rock. I've painted it 2 coats of a light gray, and we're going to start with our pencil and draw the design. And I've gone ahead and kind of roughly figured out where I want to put his nose. It's a little bit, kind of like the middle of it. And I want to do a nice big oval, sideways oval for his nose. And then my next thing I'm going to do is his, real rough. I'm going to just sort of do a triangle shape for his beard. And I'm going to put his shoes in, which are just half circles. Okay. And then his hat, which of course is super important. It can be kind of a crazy looking hat. Okay, that is a little crazy looking. I might just play with the shape of it a little bit, and I kind of want it a little wider, so I'm just gonna go like that, erase that line, and maybe have it come out a little more like that. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, and it can curve. I didn't really make it curve that much, but it can curve like that. Okay, so the first color, I'm going to get my paint ready, but the first thing I'm going to paint is his hat. Okay, I'm ready. I'm taking my medium-sized brush, and I'm going to start with the pink of his hat. Again, you can use any color you like. You might want a red hat or a green hat, anything that is your preference, okay? I'm trying to stick to Valentine type colors, and so that's why I'm choosing pink. And again, this is gonna need a couple of coats, but that's fine. And I do use a hair dryer between coats just to dry things more quickly. You don't have to. You could be working on a couple of rocks at a time. And, while you're working on a different one while you're waiting for one of the coats of paint to dry. I do that often too. Okay. Oops. Okay, almost done here. And then what I'm going to do is I have 2 choices. I could either paint this whole triangle shape a white, but what I think I'm going to do instead of doing it that way is I am going to draw with my pencil. I'm going to draw the heart first, and then I'm going to draw the hands holding it. So that way I will just paint the heart red, and I won't have to go over. I'm going to make this heart, I won't have to go over the color. Nice and big. That one's a little smaller. That's what I mean about every time I do a design that I've already done, it always looks different. It's just one of those things. Ooh. That's okay. All right. And then I'm going to do his other hand. Yeah. So I'm going to probably fix that a little bit more when I do a second coat of pink. But otherwise, I will come back and be ready to do the rest of the paint. Okay, we're ready to add some more colors. I'm going to start with the heart. And I'm gonna try not to get the hands painted red because I want them to be skin color. Okay, just a few more strokes and I'll be done with the heart. Okay, and that's going to need another coat, of course, and that's fine. Okay, now next I'm going to do his nose and his hands because they're both what I call a skin color. This is a mocha. Okay, and then his hands, which look like they're wearing mittens. Ooh, yuck. Got sort of a little bad piece of paint there. Okay. Again, that's pretty rough, but I can fix that when I do my second coat. Okay. So when I outline the hands, it will be easier to show the thumb, you know, like a mitten. So I'm not going to worry about that kind of detail right now. Okay, and then the next step is painting white. So I'm going to do this whole triangle part white, which is going to take me a few minutes because I want to get all my coats of white on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And I will show you one more thing before I leave. I'm going to get his shoes done. A nice black. That somehow is a little watery. Let me fix that. Okay. Okay, so when I come back, the white will be done and the black of the shoes. And everything will have had 2 coats. Okay, 2 coats have been given. I changed the hat a little bit. I added some white up here because the hat looked a little funny and I wanted a fuller beard. But now comes the fun part where it doesn't really matter which color you start with. I'm going to start with the lighter gray, but this is very similar if you happen to watch the video of the hedgehog. This is how we made the hedgehog fur with just some lines, some thicker, some thinner. And we're going to use light gray, dark gray, and black to show that it looks like he's just got a big hairy beard. Even under his feet it comes. And again, he is going to look different than his neighbor next to him, but that's okay. I like that. Okay, and I'm not even going to clean my brush. I'm just going to dip right into the darker gray, and I'm going to do the same process. Some lines are thinner, some are thicker, some are longer, some are shorter. It's just a big mix. And this is fun, so just go ahead and have fun with this. You can't do it wrong. That's the beauty of all of these rock painting ideas. It's just a rock. Worst case, if you really didn't like what you did on a rock, you could just paint over it and start again. So that's the nice thing about rocks. It's a small canvas. It's not worth, it didn't cost a lot of money, right, to get your rock, and it's easy to fix things. Okay, and now I'm going to use a little bit of black just to kind of mix right in there. And if I feel like it's getting too dark, then I'll use a little white. That's what's nice, is you can just kind of do it as much as you like. You could make this beard different color. You could do more of the browns, you know, instead of the grays. You could do reds. So anyway, there's lots of ways to change it up. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, so I think I'm going to leave that. And the other thing I need to do is I need to make the hearts on the hat. And so I am going to draw them with pencil, just because there's a lot of them. And I'm just going to scatter them about pretty haphazardly. Maybe throw a little one there. And they can be a little tilted if you like. There. And then I'm going to paint some of them white and some of them red. So I'm just going to go through and just choose all the white ones. And of course I'll have to go back and do another coat. Okay, and I think the rest will be red. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to do the red, I'm going to do another coat on white, and then we'll be ready to do our outlines. Okay, so the next step, we are going to outline, but before that, we are going to do just a little highlight lines like we have here, just to make it look better. And again, it's very subtle. I'm only going to use it, the white on the red hearts. And I'm using this, doing it on the same side of the heart. So they're all on the right side, in other words. And if you don't want to do this step, you do not have to. Okay. So some of those look better than others. Again, I don't worry about that, because when I go to do my outline, I'll show you some of the outline, but then I can neaten it up. Okay. All right. So I think I will do the thicker paint pen, which is black. And I am going to start with the nose. And I'm just going to go right around it. Outline that. I'm going to outline the hat, which does not have perfectly straight lines. It should almost be a little wobbly looking. Whoops. And if I have a few spots that need a little more pink, no big deal. I can go do that. And I'm going to go right here, get that part of the hat. Now I'm not going to do much. I don't want to outline the beard because I don't want it to look too perfect. So maybe what I'll do is just kind of do a few lines like that. I don't even really need to do anything. So I think I'll leave that. But I will outline the heart that he's holding, because again, it makes it pop. And then this is where I can kind of try to make it look a little more like a mitten hand. There. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, I want to do one more outline, highlight, if you will, on his nose with the white. Again, it's the same side. I'm just gonna, there. just kind of do that. Oh, and the other place I have to outline where I'm going to use my smaller pen is the little hearts. Okay, so I'm going to finish up those hearts. I can tell that I really do need a little more white on the white hearts, and I'll be back. Okay, this has been finished up. I outlined the little hearts on the hat, and I'm just showing you nice and up close that our gnome is finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and this will end our Valentine's series, but we will move on to some other fun projects. I have a chicken that I'm excited to show you, and some frogs and a cow. So one of those will be the next video. Please keep watching and subscribe to Sunset Studios and give me a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye.